it's good to see you guys, and hopefully you guys are doing well with this whole epidemic that we're living through. And today I want to bring you guys 3 indicators that will show if a business will survive after the epidemic is over and businesses can open. If you have a business or you have a beloved business, I'm gonna go over 3 indicators that if they go bankrupt, why they go bankrupt, or if your business might go bankrupt. Welcome to SimpleChew. I'm your host Hank, and I just noticed myself on the little screen. I need to shave, and you guys don't want to see how my hair looks, so that's why I'm wearing a beanie right now. But back to the subject. And with businesses and personal finances, they almost kind of tie with each other, where the same principles that you will follow with your personal finance will also go hand in hand with your business. If you're not really good with your personal finances, you're gonna have the same impact on your business, except if you hire people to help you with that part of the business, or accounting and keeping track. And it's the same thing with businesses that they have to go through an epidemic or a recession or depression, depending on the country. And those 3 indicators will be your expenses, fixed expenses or variable expenses, your debt, how much loans or credit card debt you have, and your cash flow. The most important statement is the cash flow, because you want to check the operational side of the cash flow, but also you want to check the investment and the finance, if you have any notes payables. And that not only goes with your own personal business, but let's say if you are investing on a business, you want to check those. But with any business in the public, or your personal business or your personal finance, it's going to take time to check where you are in the economy. You might already feel it, as we already been a month in the epidemic, but it might take a couple of months or a year to realize how bad you got hit with the economy, how bad your business hit, or how bad individual businesses out there that you're investing in got hit. And with public companies, it'll be a little easier to check how they're doing, because quarterly they will send all the statements, the income statements, the balance sheets, statements, and the cash flow, which I know a lot of people are aware that they should be checking, even though the final one, the annual one, is the one that's going to give you the bigger picture, is more accurate, and it's been looked by big accounting firms and signed off that they're accurate. The first indicator is expenses. A lot of businesses need to keep their expenses low and control their variable expenses. That could be anything from parking tickets to burst piping, or dropping computers, or anything that has to do with you're not expecting, like natural disasters. That's something that could happen and create more expenses to your business. But fixed expenses, I hope that a lot of businesses, if they had already projected a fund for those, they should be fine in the long run, because they're already projected for that money and that expense. So hopefully the businesses have done that, and they will be fine. In the end, this indicator is for businesses to project and have a budget for events that they didn't expect to happen. Epidemics, national disasters, terrorism, war, anything can happen, and everything is possible. So it's a good idea for businesses to have a projection of 6 months to a year of expenses they might have to put up, even though their business is not operational. And you can see as the economy is going that a lot of businesses didn't have this budget, where they were expecting anything to go bad. They thought the market was going to keep going up, the economy is going to continue to go up, and they were wrong, and now they are suffering. If businesses that didn't expect this is the ones that might go bankrupt and are hurting now. Second indicator is that if you just started your business a couple of years ago, or any business that started their business a couple of years ago, it's going to be hurting now that they're not operational and they still have to make payments. Even though a lot of loans and credit cards are, if you work with them, that you might work on no interest or deferred in payments, but at the end of the day, you're still not operational, so you're not making any cash. And though you still have to pay that cash after this whole epidemic is over. So that might accumulate in the end, and sales might not come fast enough once this is over, and you still got those pending loans. It's gonna be hard to stay afloat, and you're gonna be in the red. And if you can't bounce back, it's gonna be devastating. Bankruptcy is gonna go up. So that's something that, if you are an established business and your debt is low, or you projected or have a budget for those debt, how I said with the indicator first, with your expenses is a fixed expense. You know the payment, you expected it, and you budgeted for it for the next 6 months or a year. You're gonna be fine. But if you didn't, it's gonna be tough. The third indicator is cash flow. Everybody knows in the business world that cash is king. You should always have cash in hand, or anything that you can convert into cash quickly, and to liquidize or liquidations of your assets. And cash is going to be really important after this whole epidemic is over for businesses. And if they had cash flow problems in the past, or in the couple of years pending to this epidemic, it's going to be really hard for those businesses to bounce back, because they never had a control with their cash. If a lot of the cash went into the finance with their notes payables or debt, again, and everything ties back to debt and their expenses, it's going to be hard for them to bounce back, because cash is not coming in anymore. They're not creating any sales, depending on the business they have in your favorite restaurant, your retailing. It's going to be hard for them if they didn't have a really solid tracking and controlling of their cash. And a lot of businesses, even public businesses, they always have been having problems with their cash. They're always in the negative. Everything is really going on research and development, or financing, or investing, and the operational is really lacking. So that's one of the indicators that will show if a business will survive this epidemic after. Thank you guys for watching. I'm really an optimist, and I know that a lot of businesses are going to survive this epidemic, and they're going to thrive, and the economy is going to bounce back. I'm really the type of person that I think that's going to bounce back. It's going to take some time, but we also have to look at the other side, that some businesses not going to survive, and they're going to go bankrupt. And those markets, it could be any market. We see the retailing is hurting, the movie industry is hurting, and mostly the entertainment industry is hurting. So hopefully they have great cash flow tracking. Their expenses have been low, and they budgeted for them for the long run if they plan for events like this, and the debt is low. So, but I think that a lot of these businesses will survive, because I'm that type of person that believes they will, and they have to survive. I mean, no business has to survive, but I just want to believe they have to survive. And hopefully they follow this. And if you have your own business, hopefully you follow this. It's like your personal finance is the same thing. You should always expect that you might lose your job, or you might get sick, and keep your expenses low. But thank you guys, and always remember, keep it simple.